Hi grade 10s, today we will be doing page 77, the left side of it. As we can see here, we are told that we are given the front view and the auxiliary view. So this is the auxiliary, this is the front view, and then we have to draw the top view as well as the left view, remembering that we are using first angle orthographic projection. So let us copy the given views as we are told. Since the drawing is sitting at a 30-degree angle, it means that this line is perpendicular to this 30 degrees. So we're going to draw a line at 60 degrees. A construction line at 60 degrees. Then we're going to draw another line at 30. So we are drawing two lines that are perpendicular to one another, like that. After that, we are going to measure this distance of 22. So it's 11 on each side, like that. So you will mark your 11 here and then another 11 here. So let us check that our distance is 22. Yes, it is 22 there. So that is the first step. We are now going to construct a pentagon. So you're going to open your compass at a distance of your choice and then place it where you marked your first point using construction lines. Then you will start making arcs up and down. Then you go to the other side, make an arc, and go to the other side, make an arc. And you can see that the center of this line is where these two arcs meet, where that line is passing. So that is the first step. And then after that, once we have bisected this line at the bottom, we can call it AB, A and B. Once we bisected AB, we can now go back to our distance of 22. So open 22 here, then come at point O, which is the center of that line, and mark 22. Once you've marked your 22, you're going to have a line that's passing through that point that you marked from B. So we'll use a different color to indicate constructions, like that. And then you're going to take the distance of OB from O to B, which is basically half the length of that line, AB. Then you come and mark it here. So it means you will have a point there. And then you will open that distance from B to the point that you just marked there. And then you will have your highest point here of the pentagon. Once you're done with that, we go back to the distance of 22. So this is our distance of 22. You make a mark here, go to the other side, make an arc, and then you go to the top, your highest point of the pentagon, mark, mark. So now where all these arcs intersect, here and here, you will have a point, and then you'll have a point at B at A, and then D. So let us join our points to finish off our pentagon. And then from that side as well. And then to the highest point, both sides, and then we go there. And we now can outline our line, which is AB. We now have the pentagon. We can now project all our points at a 30-degree angle. Just zoom in a little. So we will project this one at 30 degrees. Point A, 30 degrees. Point B, 30 degrees. This one as well. Then the middle one as well at 30 degrees. Like that. Now let's label our point. We said this one is A, B. We will have C here, D, and E. So we have all our 5 sides. Then from point D, we will measure 10 millimeters to draw the original XY line. So 10 here. Using our 60 side on the set square, we draw our X and Y. And then from that XY, again another 10. Then we will have the base of our front view. And from there, you have the base, which is 30 millimeters long. Remember, this is a prism, so it is made out of rectangles and then 2 opposite pentagons. Then we will just outline on top of the front view there, and then on top of that line, then hidden detail in the middle, another outline, and another outline. Now we have copied the given views. The second part of the instruction is to draw the top view. So from this corner, you're going to measure 10 millimeters down. So 10 millimeters down here. And then you will draw your XY1 line. Just label it X1, Y1. So once you've done that, I'll zoom in just a little more so that you can see what I mean. doing next. So now let us label our points. So we have C and C, B, B, here it's point D, D, and then there we have A, and E, and E. So every point that you transferred and it formed a line, you must label every corner that you find. And then we're now going to transfer all of these lines down. Every little point that you see there, you take it down. So we're going to start with E. So the top point is E, A, D, B, and C. So those are our top points. And then we come back once again. E, A, D, B, and C. All points are now transferred down. Now to the fun part of tracing the points. So what we do, you open the distance from the XY line to C. So from the XY line to C. Here. So we have line for C, which is the first one. Put it at the XY line. Then you mark a point there, and then you come again to the other side where we have C. You mark a point there. So you will have to label your point C, just so you don't forget. So just below, write C, C. Then move on to B. So on the XY line, open the whole distance to B like that. So this is the distance to B. You come look for B. So line for B is here, XY here, all the way down. Then we look for B once again. It's on this line. We put it on the XY line, all the way down. So there you have B and B. And then we will now trace D. So you're going line by line. D. So it's just a small distance here. That is our distance for D. We come and trace the line for D from the front view to the XY, put it on the XY line. Mark D on the other side as well. XY line. Mark D. And then don't forget to mark it D. And then we will move on to point A. So from the XY line, there is the XY line there, all the way to point A. And as you will notice that point A and point B, they literally have the same distance. So point A must be in alignment with B. So we have point A here, as you will see, and then another A which will be in this line here. So I will just put it there and mark it. So point A and B, they are in the same, they have the same distance, and then the last point that we will trace is point E, which is also the same distance as C. So you see here, you have C from the XY line, you literally have the same distance. So it means that E and C must be the same alignment, and then we go to the line for E, and then we will label our point E. So first things first, using a construction line, you're going to join all these points. We can see that in the auxiliary view, we have A, B, C, D, E, all joined. So we're going to do the same for both sides, this side and that side. We're going to join our A, B, C, D, E, and then A, and then we do the same here, A, B, C, D, E. So we join using a construction line, just so you get an idea of what your top view might look like. Use a construction line. And remember, this pink color, it's a construction line. So you will just have everything joined together like that. So you see already that you have two pentagons. You have two pentagons, and then now we're going to also join everything horizontally. So just join these. Now to the technical side of it. Just zoom out a little so that you can see the technical side that I'm talking about. I will put my arrow here in the front view, and then one here at the auxiliary view. As you can see, this is the direction that you are looking at these views from. So from the top, it means you are looking at it from the top. So everything there at the top, meaning that this and that, clearly visible from the top. So on this side, A up to D, they are clearly visible. So what you're going to do, you're going to join them using an outline or an A line, as you would call it. So you use an outline here. Just want to make sure that it's clearly visible for you. And then we come here, we join this one as well. And then, so A up to D on this side, clearly visible. But then we can also see that C and C, you will see it clearly from the top view, and immediately you will join it using a solid line. Don't even hesitate. Immediately you will join it using a solid line, and then we have point D here, which you will also see very clearly. when you are looking from this direction, you're going to see point D, which is this line DD, very clearly, meaning that the top part will be joined as well using an outline. And then after that, we see that this BB is immediately after C, meaning that it's also visible. If you are able to see DD, means you are able to also see B and B. So you outline that part as well. So basically the whole part at the bottom is clearly visible. And then when it comes to CB and CD, it's clearly visible here. One, in the auxiliary view, you can see CB, CD, but also if you are thinking about it clearly, since you are able to see CC, BB, DD, it means that this is also there. It means that you'll be able to see line C up to D. So you must be able to join that. So you join that. Then whatever is remaining, whatever that is remaining is your hidden detail. So DE, which is this line here, hidden detail, please. And then EA, which is this little line here, also hidden detail. And that is how your top view looks like. Look at it clearly. So you see there your D, which is this line, clearly visible. And then everything on this side here, clearly visible. And then on this side we see CD and BC because of the auxiliary view, but also because of we are seeing all these three lines there, means that this is visible. The rest going down is hidden detail. Now going to the left view. So for the left view, we will measure 10, once again, 10 millimeters away for the vertical XY line. And this vertical XY line will be called X2 and Y2. So they are your X2 and your Y2. So what we're going to do first thing, 45-degree line, so that you can be able to project your lines properly. 45-degree like that. And then since we can see that most of our lines or our points are sharing a line like AB in this line, and here we have CE on this line, and then here we were going to have D. So there we have point D. Oh, before we project our lines, I forgot to put in a hidden detail here for this EE, because remember it is our lowest point, so it means from C here we will have a hidden detail. So just keep that in mind, something that I almost forgot to put in. So your hidden detail is there and also there. And then now we can move on to projecting 1, 2, 3, those 3 points, because they are being shared. Let me use a different color to show construction. So there, and then there, and there. Then we're gonna take it up vertically, showing that our set square is straight. We don't want lines that are not straight. Straight, up, up, and up. Now what we're doing, we're going to take each and every line from this side as well. We take it to the left. So what you can do here, you can project by each and every, like project each point so that you don't get confused. So we can see that the first one here is D. So this line is for D. So we will project point D first, because this line from the top view all the way up, it's D. So you can have your straight line like that, and then also, so anywhere that you see point D, you're going to project. So it means you're going to have point D here and point D here, not forgetting to label them. So that is where you have point D. And let's go again. Let's go back. And then now we're going to do the middle line, which is C and E. So we're going to project, going to start with C points first. So C and another C, it's just above D. Then we're going to mark our point C, which is in the middle line. So that is our C, meaning that we have a point there, which is C, and then we're going to look for another C, which is in this line here. Going to mark it and then label it C. Now that we are done with C, on the same line, we now have to project E, because remember, C and E are sharing a line. So just there, above D, going to have point C and another point C. So here, E. So you will have E here, E, and another E. Labeling your points is the only way to keep you from getting too confused or frustrated. And now we're going to go to the last line, which has A and B. So we're going to start by projecting B. We have our B here. And then we have another B just down there. So you trace B all the way here. That's B. And then you trace again B. It meets with the other B here. So now you have your B's. All that you're left with is point A. So we have A here. Remember, A is sharing a line with B. And then another A, we have it here. So A, mark, and then another A there, mark. So now we are basically done tracing our points. So just like we did for the top view, we are going to join our points. So you must ensure that you join your point A up to D. So you have point A here, B, they are already joined, and then you will join it with C, and then you will join that C with this D, and then E, like that. And you join that E with A. And then you do the same thing, A, B, then you join the B with C, D, E, and you join the E with A. So your points A up to B are, A up to. So now for the outline, we can see that when you're looking at this drawing from the left side, which is this direction, which is that direction there, you will see the bottom part very clearly. So this part, this whole part here, will be seen properly. So the bottom pentagon will be outlined first. Just outline the bottom pentagon. And then while you are still on this side, you can see that you're going to see this as well, CC. So please join that. CC will be clearly visible. DD as well. D, DD, and then B and B. So it means the whole line at the bottom is actually going to be outlined. So you outline the whole bottom, C and D. This C and D is visible. So you're going to outline also that part, B. That side. And ensure that you outline the remaining part of it. And then once you are done with that, now it's time to show hidden detail. So for hidden detail, we clearly can't see this side as much as we can see this DE. Remember so this DE, that DE, which is this D and E, it's not visible because it's all the way in the other side. So hidden detail. And then this AE as well. So AE, it's in hidden detail because it's also in the same line as DE. And then once again EE is hidden because it's there, so you can't see it. And then you will finish off here with E to E. So now that is how our whole left view looks like. If you have any questions, you can comment down below and I'll be happy to answer it. Thank you.